Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will see about form 8 ADT1. This is your friend CA Neelam. Okay, and today we will see the details about form number ADT1, the live filing and MCA V3 portal. And this form is to be filed. It is a notice to the registrar of companies for appointment of an auditor pursuant to section 139 of Companies Act 2013 and Rule 42 of the Companies Audit and Auditors Rule 2014. We will file it live. Before that, let us discuss about some theoretical points. Okay, this form ADT1 has to be filed by the first auditor of the company. The first auditor of the company is appointed by the board of directors within 30 days of the company's registration, and he may be elected by the board meeting, and if it is not done in board meeting, then an EGM can be called within 90 days and the first auditor may be appointed. Okay, the first auditor holds the office from the incorporation of the company till the first AGM. Okay, the first auditor holds office until the conclusion of the first AGM. Okay, after that the subsequent auditors are appointed during the first AGM will be for 5 years, and they will serve till the end of the 6th AGM. Okay, the first auditor is only for the period from the incorporation of the company till the first AGM, and after that the auditor again ADT1 has to be filed. That will be for the term from the first AGM till the 6th AGM. Got it? The difference. Okay, to appoint an auditor, certain documents must be submitted, including a certified resolution from AGM, a written consent from the auditor, and a certificate confirming that the auditor is not disqualified under section 141 of the Companies Act 2013. Okay, the first auditor is appointed by the board of directors of the company within 30 days of registration of the company, and he also may be appointed in the EGM if it is not done within 30 days. Okay, the first auditor may hold office till the conclusion of the first annual general meeting that we have discussed, and after that the auditors can be appointed for a period of 5 years. Now also let us discuss about the rotation of the auditors. The term for which auditor is typically appointed is 5 consecutive years. This is according to the Companies Act 2013 in India, which mandates that company appoints auditors for a term of 5 years subject to annual ratification by the members at each AGM. After this period, the auditor may be eligible for reappointment, but only after a cooling off period. Okay, and the companies in which this rotation of auditors does not apply are the small companies, one person companies, all private limited companies whose paid up share capital does not exceed rupees 50 crores. Okay, and all private limited companies whose public borrowings from financial institutions, banks or public deposits does not exceed rupees 50 crores. The rotation of auditor will not apply here. Also, all unlisted public companies whose paid up share capital does not exceed rupees 10 crores and whose public borrowings from the financial institutions, banks or public deposit does not exceed rupees 50 crores. Okay, in this case the rotation of auditor does not apply. Otherwise the auditor can be appointed for a period of 5 years, and if it is a firm and a small company, then 2 terms of 5 years are allowed. Okay, now the documents which have to be filed are the certified resolution of the annual general meeting, okay, in which the appointment is made of the auditor. Okay, in this the complete details should come here: the name of the auditor, the term, the remuneration and everything. Okay, then the recent written consent letter from the auditor, and that the appointment will be within the limits and he is not disqualified, and the certificate from the auditor that he is not disqualified to be appointed as an auditor under section 141, and the copy of the intimation sent by the company to the auditor office appointment. Right, these are the 4 documents which will be required for filing ADT one form. Okay, in case of any help if you required or the formats you require, you can mail me and I will send the formats. Okay, now coming back to the MCA website. Okay, this is the form ADT one. Let's go to the path. I have already logged in mca.gov.in in my login. Okay, then company e-filing, right? Then compliance services, and the first form it comes ADT one. I hope you get the path right. Is the appointment of auditors, right? And this form opens over here, form ADT one, right? The first thing you have to give is the SIN number of the company. SIN number. Okay, I will take some random. This is a random company, so that you come to know what you have to fill. Okay, then the name of the company affairs, the address and email ID comes automatically, right? The second page opens whether company is falling under any class of companies as per section 139(2). No. Okay, this is for I think rotation. Then nature of appointment, then let us say first auditor. Okay, first auditor by the board of directors, members or CAG. Okay, then after that if it is appointment of auditors in AGM, you can click over here. Then reappointment in AGM, appointment or reappointment by CAG, appointment in case of casual vacancy, auditor appointed in case of non-reappointment or removal of the previous auditor, then appointed by the tribunal, by central government and others. All this whichever falls over here you can click over here. Whether the appointed auditor has been appointed in AGM, then it is no. Date of appointment. Okay, this you can give the date of incorporation of the company. Okay, let me give this the date of incorporation. Whether joint auditors, no. If you give joint auditors, then the name, address of the entire will have to be filed. The number of auditors appointed, this will come only if you give joint auditors. See, if I give joint auditors, then this comes here and I can give 2 and the 2 will open. Okay, we have to give 2 details of 2 auditors, so I'm giving here no. Then 1 comes automatically, you don't have to fill over here. Then auditor, category of auditor, whether it is a firm or an individual. Okay, let me give it individual. Then membership number of the auditor, I will give over here my membership number. Then name of the auditor, income tax PAN number, that you have to give. Then address of the auditor you have to give. Once you give PAN number, this will come as pre-filled over here. Okay, right. Then number of financial years for the first year, you have to give the entire details have to give in. Number of financial years, I will give only 1 as it is first auditor. Then registration number, membership number of the auditor, financial year start date from the date of incorporation, it was 26 June. Then financial year I will give till 31st March 26. Although it is only for up to the AGM, but we can give it up to first year. Anyhow, this will change. Whether the recommendation of the audit committee has been considered, it is not applicable over here. Right, friends? So here the recommendation of audit committee is not required, so I have given not applicable. We'll go to next page. Right, over here, then these attachments you have to put: the copy of intimation sent by the company, copy of written consent given by the director, and then the optional attachment if you require, the copy of the board resolution you can put over here. Then I am authorized by the board of directors. This will be the first meeting, so I put it first meeting. Then the date, within 30 days this a meeting has to be conducted, so take care to pass the board resolution within 30 days of the incorporation of the company. Right, then the designation, the director, then the number you have to put. Right, then save the form and then the form will develop. Right friends, I have put all the attachments over here. Then the board resolution is one number, then date is within 30 days of incorporation. I have put the DIN number of the director, then save the data and next. Then we have to submit this form. So the date entered cannot be less than the date validation error. So there is some error in this. I will rectify it. Date of incorporation. Okay, let me rectify it. Okay friends, I had given the date 1st April 2025 instead of incorporation of the company in the previous page, so I have rectified it. Now let us see whether we are able to make the form. Okay, the data has been saved and now I'll submit the form. Yes, this form has been submitted. Okay, with all the details you will see. Okay, and then here pending for action, this ADT form appears of this. Right friends, I hope the entire path is clear to you. Please like the channel and also subscribe to my channel. This gives a great boost to my energy and giving more videos and more information. Thank you friends, thank you so much. Hello friends, there was one aspect which was left in the which I will also like to discuss, that is the fees and the time limit of submission of ADT form. Okay, the ADT form ADT 1 form has to be filed within 15 days from the date of appointment of the auditor. राइट, अपॉइंटमेंट के 15 दिन के अंदर ये फॉर्म फाइल हो जाना चाहिए इन केस ऑफ ऑल कंपनीज. ओके, एंड इट इज़ 30 days in case of appointment of IFSC company. फीस चार्ज होती है, दिस इज एज पर द शेयर कैपिटल ऑफ द कंपनी 1 lakh to 1 crore and above. Okay, minimum is 200 and maximum is 600 rupees depending on the capital of the company. और अगर 15 दिन के अंदर फाइल नहीं होता then late fees is charged. Okay, which is from one time of 15 दिन के बाद है up to 30 days it is one time, that is 200 plus 200, and this way it will go on up to 12 times the normal fees. So if you want to file the form with minimum fees, तो ADT 1 form आप within 15 days of appointment of auditor file कर दीजिए. Okay, thank you friends.